And it's the same type of man that literally will ignore racism in the gay community just to be invited to these Republican all-white pool parties. And this same creator he's talking about literally reacts to my videos, and I never give him attention because I'm like, why would I argue with a racist bigot? Like, girl, who are you?
He called you racist or bigoted at least 4 times, yet never actually provided any sort of backup or evidence for that.
What he said was that white gays who only date other white gays are racist. I don't
It
even
doesn't
date
even
white
apply
guys.
to you. You don't date white men.
I know. My boyfriend is brown.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? I'm having a hair problem today, but make sure you join as a member before we get into today's video, which I'm going to find fun because it's a hate video about me, what's new. Make sure you join as a member because we have something really special this weekend. We're going to be playing Marry Kill with the one and only Blossom, but the members video is going to be public and for free since you guys crowdfunded to get Blossom on the show, but still join as a member. Now let's get into what we're actually talking about.
Yeah, and we also have more voicemail episodes coming up. Yeah, for sure. So, Crust, can you catch people up if they don't know who the villain of this show is? Who is Crust? And then we're going to get into the video he made finally addressing Clarkson Lawson and his racism.
I don't know how to describe iCrust. iCrust is the type of gay that you find bent over in the stall of the crustiest, slimiest gas station bathroom and then gets on Instagram and talks about his experience. He's also the type of woke person who pretends he hates white people but secretly has a fetish for them. So that's iCrust. He's a long op of the Normal Gays channel, and I guess he made a video about us this week that Brad found.
Yeah, and we've beefed with him, mostly you, but also this channel as well, because he makes these stupid videos like reacting to a gay pool party that's mostly white people and just assuming they're all racist and saying, oh, all these white men in the GAY community, come on, girl, you all are just racist, girl. So we're gonna...
Sorry.
He also posts sweaty photos of his flexing, videos of his flexing on Twitter for free. Anyway, let's watch this video from TikTok.
There are these gay guys on here, and they have a podcast called The Normal Podcast.
No,
it's
Normal Gays.
Unfortunately, a classic fashion of 2 long-necked, skull misshapen, nasty F-slurs are hopping on to basically shit on members of the queer community.
No, because I know exactly who this creator is talking about. And this same creator he's talking about literally downplays racism in the gay community. And is the same type of man that literally will ignore racism in the gay community just to be invited to these Republican all-white pool parties. Like, girl, be for. And this same creator he's talking about literally reacts to my videos, and I never give him attention because I'm like, why would I argue with a racist bigot? Like, girl, who are you? And there's so many other racist men in the GY community that exist that are just like this. Because some of these racist white men in the GY community will sit up here and talk about how, like, you know, they don't see color and how, like, racism is not that big of a deal in the gay community. And how they're so accepting, but then their only preference is only dating white men, yet it's not racism. And they'll literally claim that us calling out the racism is us just wanting to be them, that we're so jealous. Like, no, baby, you want to be in your hot dog infested water pool party. What we are trying to tell you is that you're a bigot and you're racist. And despite some of these racist men in the GY community being GAY, you can still be racist in GAY. But no, I'm gay. Like, I can't be racist. That's just like
no one ever said that.
Baby, you're still white, and you're still a white man at the end of the day. The only thing keeping you from being the majority class is the fact that you're gay. If you were not gay, girl, you'd be like any other cis hetero straight white man.
And what would be the problem with that? What would be the problem with being a cis hetero straight in the world, right? White man? I wish.
I'm going to turn it over to you.
Like this. Sorry. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So what did he say?
Wait.
Go ahead.
So Yeah, I'm going to turn it over to you to pop off. But first, I just want to note that he called you racist or bigoted at least 4 times, yet never actually provided any sort of backup or evidence for that. Like, because he said or did XYZ, he just asserts it blindly. And when he accuses you/us of denying racism in the gay GAY community, it's literally just because you said the pool party photo isn't inherently racist.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so all I said was that a picture should not tell us whether or not someone is racist. Their actions should. But I guess that makes me racist. Also, he said I'm doing this to get invited to the Republican hot dog water pool parties. All of the pool parties I've been invited to are Democrat gays. And I already had an invite prior to making those videos. So I don't really know what else to say to that. What
And
else?
the mostly white ones that he got mad about weren't Republican pool parties.
Oh, also, he's like, basically what he's saying in this video, what he said was that white gays who are only date other white gays are racist. And then he proceeds to say, then you guys just say, oh, you're just mad we don't want to fuck you. And it's like, how is it crazy for us to come to that conclusion if right after you call us racist for not wanting to fuck you, then you say we're racist? Like, I don't understand how it's crazy for us to come to that conclusion.
But also, it doesn't even apply to you. You don't date white men.
I know. My boyfriend is brown. Not to use him as a token.
You have a thing for that.
I do, yeah. I mean, I've dated, I don't know, Brad, have I dated a white guy? I don't know, maybe I'm racist.
I guess how are we defining dated? In the biblical sense, probably.
Okay. All right, well, I'm not asking you about my late night festivities when I was single. I'm just wondering if I've dated a white guy. I think I have once. But yeah, no,
so,
go ahead. I think I've shared my piece.
On the other piece of this, he always acts like if we disagree with a particular assertion of racism. So, for example, when he sees these pool party pics and is like, wow, there's barely any POC there. They all must just be racist, girl. So then when we disagree with that and we're like, hey, not necessarily. And then even you find out the backstory from some of those pool parties, and that's definitely not the case. He then accuses us like a total straw man argument, or you, or people, because it's not just you. A lot of people disagree with his like race baiting about pool parties. And then he accuses people of arguing that, well, they say because they're gay, they can't be racist. And it's like, no one's saying that.
Never
no one's
said
saying
that.
Gay people can't be racist. No one's saying there's zero racism in the gay community. All people are saying are two things. One, that you like make shit up and invent victimhood and oppression stories based on photos with no context. And two, that somebody not wanting to date you or having certain preferences in terms of what racial groups they find more attractive is not inherently racist, any more than being interested in men and not women isn't sexist. It's like attraction is not a choice unless he's saying that actually it is.
Well, it's definitely not a choice when it comes to him, because I don't know a lot of people who would choose that. I just feel like he's like, somebody has to tell him that it's not because of his race. It's because of other things. Maybe his personality.
Mostly personality.
Mostly personality. The hairstyle, maybe get rid of the blonde. But it's not like
maybe
these
delete
people...
the pics from your Twitter as well.
Oh, don't remind me of us having to see that. Yeah, the dude's got his spread out on Twitter, unshaven, looking ashy as and then he gets on Instagram Reels, sweaty and ashy as and then he gets on Instagram Reels and talks about how he goes on sniffies and talks about how he paints on people.
Yes, and he's so trashy.
And then he gets mad at everyone else who says, I don't want to fuck you. Ugh. And then he just says, oh, you're racist. You don't want to fuck me. You know, it's my skin color. That's why you don't fuck me. No, you've got your crusty hole. Talk about how you shit on people on the internet. No wonder you're not... none of us want to sleep with you. Like, good God, man.
I also, Clarkson, I love how he, like, you're like the man who must not be named. Like, he doesn't want to give you notoriety.
My God, I'm
not
Voldemort.
saying this guy.
It's so Slytherin. Sorry, go
ahead.
But
he gets some views and he has some following, but it's like the idea that he doesn't want to like platform you or say your name or give you like advertising when you have like 100x the views or followers that have. It's just so silly. These people that think they're platforming or not platforming people, no free promo. It's like you're really not in fact that big a deal, sir.
I think it's more about like, what's it called? Is it Bloody Mary that you don't say it 3 times in the bathroom with the lights off where she shows up? I think it's more
Do
of
not
like,
send Clarkson Lawson to my page.
I think it's more of that phenomena. I think he knows that if he says my name, it'll come on my For You page because I'm looking up my name. And then I'll definitely make a response video. But I don't know if I'm going to make a response video to this because it's so vague that my followers can be like, what the fuck is happening here? But I don't know. Maybe I will. He did call me racist, but like, whatever. I'm just so used to being called racist. I don't even get offended by it anymore.
Okay. And what's so funny about this is like, we're actually not racist at all. We actually advocate for a society and a policy and a culture that is not racist in any way whatsoever. Yet because we like to joke around about shit and because we're not woke about shit, they'll call us racist. And it's like, dude, there's actual racists now. Like,
yeah. Literally, as I was on because I did a reel for like my marathon training or whatever, and somebody sent me a message and they were like, because they saw that it was like, I don't know, I passed this lemonade stand, this guy who has a lemonade stand on the street. He's just like a local guy, whatever, makes frozen lemonade. And I was like, in my reel, I was like, oh, I'm gonna advertise him. I'm gonna go buy a lemonade because it looks good. I'm dehydrated. And then this person DM me, she's like, thank you so much for highlighting a small Black business, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bitch, I was highlighting it because I was dehydrated, not because he was Black, but like whatever. And then you text me after I read that DM like 8 hours before that, and you're like, you're being called racist again. And I'm like, I don't even care at this point. Like, whatever. Whatever.
Well, I got to read you some of these comments that were on. We're going to go these one at a time because these are particularly diabolical. First, Clarkson Lawson is a known racist.
Oh.
He's obsessed with Black people. Liked by Crust, Crust.
Obsessed with Black people is crazy. What? I really want to gather. Like, normally my hate comments are like, there's something that there's a seed where it stems from, but like, where are they getting the idea that I'm obsessed with Black people? Like, I don't even really talk about.
You don't talk about race and that kind of thing very much.
I mean, I have like maybe twice there's been discussions about it. And even this last week I was talking about race. So maybe that's why, but it was in defense of Drew Affalo or whatever her name is being and what's her name? ER Fightmaster being racist as So, yeah, whatever. I guess I am obsessed with Black people for making like 4 posts about race.
And I love how they're just like, oh, it's just known that he's racist.
I'm a known racist.
Like,
I am a known racist, I guess. Whatever.
Next comment. Mind you, they both voted for Trump twice about us.
Well, I did vote for Trump twice. But not the third time.
Well, not me, bitch, so.
Yeah. I voted for Trump twice, and then the third time I voted for Kamala. But yeah, that's mostly about me then. Whoopsie.
Okay, next comment. They're very transphobic towards trans men. What? Are we? I feel like we don't care about trans men as much because the issues tend to come up with trans women and related issues and spaces. I feel like we don't really particularly
maybe it's
care
because
about trans men one way or the other.
Most trans masculine that they're referring to are probably just being non-binary, and they're confusing our annoyance.
They're not trans men.
I know they're probably confusing our annoyance with the non-binary crowd as trans men. Because I don't think we even talk about that group. Actually, my sister texted me today, who's an avid, she's basically a normie at this point. She was like, isn't it weird how you never really hear half of these problems with trans men? It's mostly just trans women. And I was like, yeah, I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. So yeah,
well,
I feel like we don't cover that a lot.
There's an obvious reason.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're at a disadvantage in sports. And then the problem is the reason that I think trans women, there's more of an issue around like women's spaces and prisons and other things is because like men
have the audacity.
It's not to say it never happens in the opposite direction. Of course it can, and it's not exclusively, but like there's a gendered violence dynamic that largely flows in one direction. So, of course, that's going to manifest itself in the concerns that people have.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like if you're transitioning from a man to a woman, you're leaving one class of people that women typically look at in fear and moving to their side of the aisle. So of course that's going to, even if it's not warranted, that's going to be met with a little bit of fear just in with the way society goes and with the way men act. So I guess that's mostly why. I also just think men have a level of audacity that women may not have when it comes to spaces, but I don't know. Yeah, so that comment I'm a little confused by, but you know, to each their own. There have been a few trans men that I've beefed with, so maybe they're just referring to that. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, wouldn't call it transphobia though. I just hate
white.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, sure. No, I get it. Yeah. Next comment is, he is white. What do you expect from them? ? Decency ? Then a gazillion laugh emojis.
And
I'm just racist.
I'm the known racist. I'm the known racist, but these comments are all right. It's so weird how that's accepted to be like, these white people are this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whoa, how do you live this? And this sounds a little sappy.
Shouldn't be, but
how do you live with like that much hate in your heart for one group of people? That's like, it's kind of sad to me.
Yeah.
Like if you're walking,
it does too.
Yeah, and if you're like walking down the street, and like when I walk down the street and I see a person who's like, whether they're black, they're Asian or whatever, I might make a, you know, dog eating Chinese food joke, but I'm just kidding. But like to actually like look at somebody from a different ethnic group and feel that level of animosity is just, it makes me kind of pity them. Yeah, I couldn't live like that. It's exhausting to hate that much.
I agree. Final comment is BR star D space PO star OMBO parentheses derogatory. So they're,
what?
I don't know, saying my name without saying it. They're like censoring my name so as to not summon me.
Wait, BR star? They just spelled out your name with stars in between it?
Like instead of yeah, like my name is Brad, they put a star in the middle, like you would censor a slur.
Oh, you guys think we wouldn't see this? We have notifications on for you, iCrust bitch. Like you're a cash cow on our channel. Well,
not even that actually, but it's that I've saved so many of his videos and I've shared them, and those are the most powerful algorithmic. Like when you copy the link and save it in your notes, or when you send it to someone, like I send it to you or I send it to my sister, those are the most powerful algorithmic signals, more than a like, more than a comment. It's share and copy. So because I do that, I get like my feed, as soon as he posts anything, it's in my feed. You will not get away from me, iCrust. I'm watching you and I don't like it, but we need to milk you like a locale. So
I think he might have
keep milking iCrust.
I think he might have blocked me because I did get on my other account to see it. I have to double check to see if he blocked me. He might have.
But I have so many accounts. They're not getting away from me.
Also, we should. Okay, girl. We should talk about how Aslan Birdie is back.
I saw that. Did I send that to you?
Yes, you sent it to me. But like she's not back doing anything crazy. She's just begging for money. So like whatever. We're not gonna dog on her for that.
But it's not even for herself. It's for like other people who are needy or whatever. I guess we're not gonna hate on that.
Yeah, I just have doubts that.
But she looks a little better.
She definitely gained some weight. Which is like in a healthy way, not in like a fat way. So like and she even said in one of her videos that like she was at her lowest point and the internet helped her. And I'm like, honestly, maybe she listened to my advice.
Oh!
So I'm like, did we have a breakthrough here? I don't know.
We'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
And see if she posts an update. Okay. We're going to go to some member comments. Join as a member, and we might pick one of your comments to include in a future video. Anyway, first comment. always extend an offer for people to come on the podcast. Oh, that's referring to like when I think we said lesbian lifts can come make her case.
Oh, yeah.
That lesbians must accept girl or else. But the comment says, always extend an offer for people to come on the podcast, except for iCrust. He's never allowed. Agreed.
No, I totally think that he should come on the show. I will be okay with anyone coming on the show as long as he has pants on, because that's not something I ever want to see again. But if he comes on the
what
show,
if he starts just lifting up his legs and flexing?
Brad, stop it! I knew where you were going with that sentence before you finished it. I would love for iCrust, we would love for you to come on the show and honestly, I just want to hear from his mouth. I want him to tell me how racist I am and to back up his claim. I would just love to have a conversation about it. Yeah.
Be specific.
Specific, bitch.
And also, like, who hurt you? What white man broke your heart? Because he is obsessed with white gay men.
Honestly, I think he wants a white man to hurt him in a certain way, and nobody is taking that opportunity because they don't want to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Next
comment. I can't believe in Clarkistan it is going to be mandatory for us to wear full burqas. Sad emoji.
That would never be mandatory. That would be mandatory if you are not fully transitioned into your hot self and you're not done with your plastic surgery yet. But no, we show off our looks in Clarkistan. That's like part of the reason why people come and we get all this money from tourism. They want to see beautiful people. So we would never put you in burqas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next. Clarkson just needs to stop throwing away the vapes because we all know you're going to buy another one and it's okay. We still love you. Oh, that's a good point to ask. Update. Have you stayed clean?
I have not bought another vape.
Wow. What's it been, a week?
Well, I did hit one when we went out on Friday night, but it wasn't mine. But I'm good.
Well, then it doesn't count.
Yeah, but like I was out partying and like at the club, like whatever. But no, I haven't bought another vape. So.
Okay. All right. One last member comment. Imagine explaining to your grandparents how you met your spouse if Clarkson started matching up normies.
I think that would be great. How would you explain it?
Yeah, we need more.
A YouTuber who is extremely based, good looking, talented, just a multifaceted talent and charismatic person that this generation has never, or any generation has ever experienced.
Okay.
He actually found me my husband because he looked at me and was just able to read me immediately and knew exactly what I needed and what level I was on. And he found me my husband, and we've worked out and lived happily ever after. I can't imagine how that would be a hard story to tell your grandparents.
Yeah, makes perfect sense to me. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Do become a channel member if you haven't yet. Hit the join button or click the link in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Oh, send us some more voicemails. The link to send in those is in the description. And with that, guys, we'll be back with more real soon.